yours. Glory to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Steve here again with Pastor Victor Brote. Thanks for being here, Pastor.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
You know, I really like the verse that you picked, and it just reminds me to evaluate my motives. What are my motives?
Yeah.
Are my motives godly, or are my motives selfish? So go ahead and go over this verse with us.
Sure. Lord, help us to hear. This is Matthew 6:1. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you have no reward from your Father in heaven. Wow. God cuts through the baloney. He knows where the motivation comes from. And it's so important to serve God and not ourselves. We tend to do this. We pat ourselves in the back. Look, everybody watch me and how wonderful. I've given 10 cents in the offering plate. Aren't I wonderful? It's like, no, you don't get it. What you do is to service to the Lord Almighty. And that's what's eternal. The other stuff, it's junk. It will float away and it won't do us any good. Another place Jesus says, you have your reward in full. That's your reward if you're looking for something from other people. And our focus needs to be looking at it for the glory of God. Is this lifted up to God himself? And it makes all the difference in the world. And I know when I do it for the wrong reasons, it's kind of like, oh, Victor, it's not a sweet offering. It's a self-offering. It's really the opposite of what God is looking for. I mean, we think about it.
Yeah, the right reason. Who are we trying to impress? If we're trying to impress people, that's probably an insecurity issue. Going around trying to look good for other people. If we don't need to go out of our way to impress God, because we don't need to flash it out in the open for God to see whatever we're doing. The widow's mite. She was very humble, head down. Christ looked right at her. He noticed her. God will notice, but I think it's our insecurities that cause us to want to impress other people, which is like, why?
It's so important to be God focused. We've got to call ourselves to the carpet a little bit and be honest. He sees through it all, but he loves us in spite of our
silliness,
our shortfall. Yeah. Great.
All right. Well, as always, thanks for being with us, Pastor. Appreciate your insight.
All right.